Hello, my computer duders. Fire up chat on the phone as well. Oh, it's going to be a scorcher tomorrow and for the next couple days. I'm glad I finally got AC installed. I just can't run it while I'm streaming, so I'm glad I do that in the evening because it's loud. Even the lowest setting is like, it's like a fucking jet engine. It's not pleasant. That was an interesting game. Contorted. I think I'll keep that and see if I can make it work. Let's try this one. Fingers crossed that it's better than the last one, although I don't promise that. I assume so. That's the only option. That seems alright to me. There we go. No chat window. It's on borderless window. Oh, there we go.
Finally, I'm inside Marta's house.
What kind of voice acting is that? Programmer voice acting. Any gamepad support? Maybe? No, apparently not. I don't know what I don't know what button that is. What do I do? It's got an inventory system. I was looking at the rest. I can't see. There's no fucking light. It never told me. Can't see camcorder. AIDS? Oh, ADS. F is flashlight. Come here. Get my lap. That's where cuddles happen. Don't you know? It's the prime cuddle zone. Why must you climb up on the desk? What are you apprehensive about? You've been really apprehensive and whiny lately. I don't know what your problem is. It's because I haven't added your cat flap yet. I added an air exchanger and an AC unit, but I didn't add her cat flap to the window. She really wants it back. She's really unhappy not having a cat flap in this bedroom. Space bar, V, Z, Z. There's lean buttons. That's cool to have, I guess. I don't see where the camcorder. I don't know how to. Graphics are really nice. At least that is to say, it's on a modern engine, and the assets are of high quality. Am I looking back through rose-tinted glasses to remember this being how Xbox 360 and PS3 games looked? Did they not actually look as good as this? Oh, there's the camcorder. Oh, it's one of these.
Is that a
Zoom in
kid's
is
room?
not scroll wheel.
I think she didn't have kids.
I don't remember if she has kids. Probably ESL. So, impressive English as a second language. So I am recording right now. This isn't working. I'm doing something wrong. It's a shame. It looks really modern. Oh, come on. What's this goofy shit? What is this, a fucking carnival haunted house? Jump scare! Oh, this is the fucking Atari 2600. It's sick. I wasn't expecting that. I guess we know what time period it's supposed to be. The uncertain. I wonder what the graphics are like. Lockpicks. Clearly effort was put into this. It's not that it's bad. It's just not very clearly communicated to the player. How you gonna be afraid of a doll, bro? Just fucking
Looks like
punt it.
someone is living in this house.
Can I do higher refresh rate? I think 120 is the most this monitor will support, though. Nope, 60 is apparently. Huh. I'm running out of battery, it would seem. Oh, you hold down the right mouse button to zoom in and let go to zoom out. That's an interesting control choice. You already want back out, huh? Come here, come here. Come here, you. How come you never want to hang out with me? What's so bad about my room now? Is it just because you can't get in and out through the window you used to make use of? Go on. Every so often, she'll just drop by and cuddle me for like 5 minutes and then go right back outside. That's much better. That's not how modern batteries work, however, honestly. They kind of quit all at once now. Because lithium-ion delivers a pretty steady voltage curve until the drop-off, and the BMS usually doesn't let you reach that point if it's any good. Come on. Pop out at me, you know you want to. Here we go. Oh, it's this again. I'm pushing E. It's upside down. Left click to rotate. Interesting choice. Ignoring the control conventions of every game before you that was in this genre. Ranky's my favorite doll. Guardian of my house. Oh, spooky toy. Again, what a shame. Lots of technical skill here. But they're just repeating tropes they've seen from films like Annabelle or Chucky. But I guess Child's Play was the name of the film. And really, really lame jump scares. Like you would expect from a mid-2000s, like prank your friends. Link them to this video. You know, there'll be a screamer that pops up. What kind of smooth-brained, maybe like toddlers who watch Cocomelon. Or like, PewDiePie and Markiplier's audience. Yeah, and the funny thing is, I had been warming back up to jump scares. There's such a thing as a well-executed jump scare. Where it's just a sudden thing that happens with or without dramatic musical accompaniment. If it's just literally some spooky character popping up in your face in a place where it doesn't make sense for him to be, like from out of frame, I don't... That's the kind of bad jump scare that turned everybody against jump scares and soured the industry to them after like 2012 or thereabouts. It's like the video game crash, where people were just releasing really cheap, low-quality clones of existing games. And it got so bad people just stopped buying games. What is this? What is that particle effect? Can I turn the lamp on? I can't. Great looking models. Great looking assets. Whatever asset pack he bought was worth the money. You could, if you had a lot more skill and a lot more time to animate, you could make a decent looking... Look at the LED on that. That is aggressive LED on that bathtub. Also on the curtains. How much polygons are you really saving by having such mid-distance LED? It's a little bit less noticeable on the curtain. You can't tell me that's a big enough difference that it's worth it. That seems like a ripe area for improvement, this LED. Like if they could somehow do tweening to smooth it out. Like the equivalent of skeletal animation for level detail. Someone must have thought of that already. Surely. Can I open this? I cannot. Well, this seems really promising, but I can't figure out what the fuck to do, so I'm going to quit. And I'm going to keep that and come back to it. Haven't seen any mouse fellows. Little mousies. I should have like a... like an automatic disco, like rave button that strobes lights and thumping club music in there. That would upset them, though. I don't want to upset the little tender bros. Something to get them to come out, though. Maybe like a treat dispenser. What'd I just get from Short Talk? The Consuming Shadow. Apparently this was on one of those YouTube shows, or Yahtzee or something. The Consuming Shadow. Oh, this is a game Yahtzee made. How about that? Shadows trying to enter our world. One of the ancients, the runes confirm it. I don't know which one. It is arrived at Stonehenge 30 days from now. Ritual banishment. 4 runes encanted at Stonehenge will close the gateway. I begin journey to kill myself. That was abrupt. That's an option though. I like when games do that. You have received a text from the Ministry of Occultism. You can find the information you need in towns tainted by the shadow. Oldby would probably be your best place to start. Oldby. It's a bit on the nose, isn't it? Double click. Enter. Space. Try. Ah, I like the fast travel system. Town. 59 hours left of Madison. Realize the town appears to be settled and fades quickly. I think better that anonymous notes have been passed to me by various means, some demanding I leave. Some revealing details that sicken my soul. This town is paralyzed by an omnipresent darkness growing quietly under everyone's feet like a fungus. On a hunch, I moved past the facade and explored the lower-income neighborhoods. Finally, in a narrow alleyway, I found a young woman in a state of distress. Supposed having been captured by a cult based in an old church deep in the industrial district. With mutilated hands, she gestured in the direction of the building and begged me to find if there was anything left of her friend captured the same day as her. I cannot in good conscience refuse. Oh. What are these graphics? That was an accidental discharge. I'm a responsible gun owner. What was this made in? Yeah, different rounds. That's pretty sick, actually. I love when games do that. I don't know how to control this. Hot and nauseous. Found a set of keys. Interesting scheme, control scheme. Absolutely covering a room, pronounced human fingers. Colored orange. That's the snack food safely wrapped and quickly ate it for the energy boost. Up key, okay. How to reload? What remains of a person? Get out of here and break the bad news. Unless there's anyone living to be found, I can save the call. This operation complete. This is a dungeon. Okay, it's a game with dungeons in it. not that tough. You generally want monsters to be threatening. Yes. Oldby removes the death did not come entirely unexpected. Seem to appreciate my efforts. Pass the wallet. I got a clue. For an incantation. The ring of the creature being banished. Interesting. So you have to learn all the information about how to, This is like a fucking Sega CD horror game. Interesting concept. Bill Solid the exterminating. Bill Solid. Interesting graphics too. Casting random rooms. Might reveal new spells. Also, we're using quite a bit of gas. Do I have to refill gas? Small hamlet. Moving in front of the car, hands joined. There is a blank. Plow through them. Underestimate the numbers. With the rear wheels off the ground. Objective escape. Uh-oh. Spooky atmosphere. Good sound design. Hey, you got no bullets. KZ rune. Will that really work? No, it won't work. Still cash bound. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not feeling this. We'll come back to this. Hope this didn't cost you too much. I'm not probably gonna play that very much. I'll come back to it at some point. But for the timing, I really want to go back to Industria. See what we missed there. Missed or lost quite a bit of viewers switching my computer off and on again. Zadala. Thank you for thinking of me. I appreciate it. Hope Yahtzee makes good money. It seems quite interesting. Seems like the sort of thing I could have gotten really into if it was like on DOS in 1993 or 2 or 3. No, in 93 Doom was out. Never mind. Seems like there's a lot there, though. It does seem quite like, There's a lot of good stuff going on in that game. If I was in the right mood to get really into it. Any day now. The glowing eyeball, like with the red lights inside, gives off Simon Stollenhog vibes. That's pretty cool. It's not loading. What is with my computer tonight? First internet trouble to now this? Yeah, this is not loading. It's not cooperating. I don't know why. Trying to nuke the program. This used to happen all the time. Oh, almost full RAM usage. Interesting. 31.9 gigs of RAM used. By what? CPU is much better off than it normally is. 4.9 gigahertz speed. Only 17% usage. Responding in task. There we go. Well, that was unfortunate. Let's try that again. We had such a banger of a stream last time. I guess they can't all be great. Maybe I'm speaking too soon, though. It's only 9 o'clock. This did get dinged in the reviews for having a lot of bugs. I normally overlook bugs because they're not... They don't ruin the gameplay experience. I try to judge what's underneath all the issues. The game as it's supposed to be. Oh, at least now the little gear is animating. Is it gonna do it again? What's going on? Okay, this isn't working. I don't know what's going on here. What the fuck, man? Industria, I guess, is kill. Can I just say what a fucking miracle it is to me still that I used to be using 100% CPU just idling while I was streaming. Now it's like 13%. That is awesome. I love that. I'll never get tired of looking at that in Task Manager. Let me get VR going. We'll try some more distance instead. See, this should be set to, compared to how it was, yes. To me, this is future technology, even though it's like a 2018 CPU. It's like when my friend told me my car was a future car. When I visited him for Winterland, I was driving my 2011 Bolt. I'm like, yeah, future car from 2011. And we both realized the absurdity of it and had a good laugh. Oculus audio device? No, that's not the right one. Let me put on the headset. Alright. Fingers crossed I can get this to work tonight. I'm not having a good tech night. Wish I could also delete all the system entries for Oculus hardware from back when I had one. They're not really relevant anymore. Then again, if I get a Quest 2 or 3 or something, that might be nice to have still like in the system if I want to stream with it. Undecided. We try to get a game going. Still on the wrong screen, as we tend to be on this hell channel. Ow, fuck. Why does it do that to my eyes? Here we go. You guys got video and audio? Which ones did we not do? We went through most of these, I think. I think we mostly beat it last time. Try this one and see if it works. Had a good time streaming this last time until it fucking crashed the computer. What's happening? Let me make sure audio's coming out where it's supposed to be. Yes, it is. Okay, good. That's how it's supposed to be, apparently. If it's not working right, I don't know what to tell you. Was that supposed to happen? Is that the bad guy? What is that thing? Oh, I really didn't want to go in there. Also reminds me of Thumper, adjacent vibes. Ooh. God, that music slaps though. It's like Cyberpunk 2077. Have I injured it somehow? What was that? Oh. This is fine too. Oh, this is pretty. Why aren't there more levels on Earth? I would love an Earth level pack. This looks like fucking Halo 3. What year is this set in? This one runs better. This would be an awesome place to drop acid in the summer on the grass out there till the security guard chases you off. I found out what Shrigma males are recently. I think that's my male Pokemon type. I don't put a lot of, I don't put a lot of stock into this whole system of categorization. It's like Myers-Briggs or astrology or whatever. But apparently that's what a Shrigma male is. Someone who doesn't buy into the whole categorization system for men and just does a lot of mushrooms. What happened? What happened? If that's what Shrigma male is, I'm cool with it. I think a lot of that stuff is kind of poisonous. Oh, yay! Diegetic credits. That's really disorienting, though. Wish it's just a continuous road. That's so pretty. Thanks for the support. Cliff Blazinski, really? He worked on this? Japan. I can teleport us work. Nyom. What a beautiful game. Listen, echoes. This is one that uses some of the more exotic texture sets, I think. Well, now I need a fucking second lighthouse again. But that's just an excuse to play the gamepad VR games. Guardian was destroyed. City and engine stirred. Blowing echoes of past. The extra levels are actually prettier too. Just because they don't have to make sense. They also assume you've already learned all the controls. This is just sheer pleasure. This has the same vibe as the movie theater intro CGI from Regal Cinemas. You know the one with the CGI monorail or bullet train or whatever it is? From the 90s. They have an updated one. Also just general vaporwave, not vaporwave, new retrowave, synthwave artwork of cars driving on like futuristic grid cities. Nope. How are you supposed to do that? Oh, you're supposed to get more momentum, I see. Good enough. That's the American spirit, good enough. Fuck! These are not for the faint of heart. They are for people who already mastered the base game, remember? That was dicey. Busted lighthouse? Yes, busted lighthouse. I only have one that works now. I didn't know that could happen. I didn't know they could just fail. I guess that's the price of having constantly moving parts inside. They've got some kind of thing in there that spins. I think that's what broke. These are the kind of stunts we used to do with Matchbox cars, making them like fly around and drive up walls. Got a BRB. Time to take a piss. That is a good question, Short Talk. I was just going to toss it. I thought maybe Valve would have like a trade-in option where you can RMA it and they give you a discount towards the replacement. So they can fix it in-house and then sell it refurbished. Thank you. I was shitting actually, if you must know. It was pretty big. I think I've lost appreciable weight if you were to weigh me before and after. That's the easiest weight loss method. That's Hamdad's patented diet. No diet, no exercise, weight loss. Just take a huge fat shit. Well, didn't have enough road there. Nope, didn't quite pull that off either. Nope. Nope. There you go. You know what? I've been, Is that true? Wonder how hard that is to pull off, Short Talk. How's life in Singapore, Starter GIF? Any new news to report? Nope. If I'd landed on that track, it would have been amazing. That worked? That worked! Almost, kind of. Just pretend I'm safe scumming and you can't see all the shit. You can't see my failures. There we go, see? Oh, this set me way back, actually. That's not cool, actually. I thought it was. I thought that was a good thing. Bitch titties. There's not enough runway. What am I supposed to do? Nope, not enough runway. Can I just drive straight up it? No. Dunno. Me too! It's got that vibe to it. It's definitely very Tron-esque. Which makes me wonder where the fuck Tron 3 is. Are we ever getting that? What? What? It worked. Tron was like your dad's explanation of how computers worked. Like, there's a little society of people inside, and they all have jobs, and they all are named after programs. How'd I fuck that up? Ooh, baby. No! 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 Oh, why? I'm pretty good at the jumps. I'm not good at everything, though. .180 ones get me a lot like that. The 90-degree ones, though, I've got just about figured out. No, how are you supposed to do that consistently? Spin the other way? No, nope. That's smart, Short Talk. I'll do that. Isn't it fucking funny that this happens to me right as I get a new computer that can stream VR? My muscle memory won't let me do anything else but what you just saw. That kind of worked. I felt like it shouldn't have. Oh, fuck me. God damn it. Fuck. Well. It's just a Watch Hamdad Fail channel. There we go. That's how you do it. What? There we go. What? Am I too old for this game? I have no idea what's happening most of the time. Sick. go. Here. Oh, that worked. No! That's never the way to do it. You want to turn clockwise, I think. Never mind. Don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm doing. Fuck! I don't know what to do there. Well, that's just the rub, isn't it? Short talk. I don't know what the problem is. Diagnosis is half the battle. Shit, what's happening? Why did I fly up into the sky? This probably looks great if you actually know what you're doing and can speedrun it. This is why the game isn't faster than it is, by the way. Okay, that was clearly bullshit. I'm getting performance dips here and there. What the fuck happened there? Skill issue, I guess. You know, now that I have a working gamepad, I can play Aircar properly. That's what I wanted to do. We're pretty far along in the bonus levels. I'm going to play a different game. This is frustrating me. I'm going to play Aircar. Now that I actually have a gamepad. Which you need, because you can't use the turbo without the gamepad. Without the turbo, the game is basically unbearable. This is such a treat to have running so smoothly on a proper computer, because having this run almost perfectly but have shitty little hitches here and there and smears because of asynchronous space warp ruined the experience. This is almost worth a headset by itself if you have a good enough computer. I can't tell you how often I play this just to chillax. Just to relax and chill out. I'm going to separate those two. They don't belong together. This is like what Pilot Wings Birdman mode used to be to me in middle school.
Turbo upgrade acquired.
Oh, it controls like a drone. Wish this was on Quest. Honestly, just so more people could enjoy it. This is the sort of thing that would never run on Quest, though. Even though this demo is from like 2017, 2018. You know what the story of this program is? This was originally a pitch for a Blade Runner game. It wasn't the one that won. The one that won became a Blade Runner 2049, the VR experience, which is markedly worse and much simpler. They weren't looking to make such an expansive, complex game, I take it, but just something to capitalize on the film release. That's not to say the one we got on Gear VR was bad. It was actually really cool. The Gear VR Blade Runner was actually pretty kino, considering it ran on a fucking phone. I remember the first one of the first VR systems I had like I had an S4 when I first got a cardboard. Then I graduated from that to an S6 and Gear VR, which felt like a real VR system because it was designed to interact with the phone and to have proper tracking, which cardboard didn't really have. If that's as advanced as VR ever became, I would still use it. It's kind of a comfy little ecosystem, like what Virtual Boy was supposed to be, kind of. By the by, if you ever watch the stream and I'm talking and it's on the BRB screen, don't hesitate to let me know. Don't assume I know what I'm doing. That's never a safe assumption. Hey Strider GIF, have you ever played this one? This really is good just for calming myself down if I've had a bad day. It's just got that vibe. That certain something that Blade Runner had. Let's not use the turbo when we don't need to. I assume we're close enough to get the duder. Or will it not do that? It will, good. This controls just like a drone. Like left stick up and down is up and down instead of like what you might expect from a vehicular sim. You have VR though, Strider GIF, right? We talked about this. I think you're on Index or something. This is free. This is free on Steam VR. There was also an Oculus version. Then again, you live in Singapore, so what do you need VR for? You don't? Just no interest in it, or what? I know you have a computer because you're watching me on something right now. You're like an engineer or something. You definitely have the money for it. I don't... Maybe I misunderstood you. If it would seem to me like you're the prime target demo for high-end VR, surely. Or is it just not something that interests you? That really surprises me. You could certainly afford it. It isn't really escapism. That's what I thought when I bought it. I can't stand to be in here too long. It's just another dimension of life. It's like scuba diving, kind of, whereas you don't stay underwater. I wish I could, but you don't. It's just an experience to spend some time underwater and then go back to land and then think about your time diving and integrate that with your other experiences. Or it's a little bit like lucid dreaming. It's just another thing that enhances life. It's not an alternative. Or it's not... It shouldn't be. Not for healthy people. Well, I'm here to tell you... Sorry to give... There's a lot of cool free stuff for VR like you're looking at here. Also the H.R. Geiger VR gallery. Neat little oddities for this platform that are worth having it for. There's also Pistol Whip, which is better than Beat Saber. It really... Should I be thankful or rue the day that VR got Beat Saber as its killer app? Because then everyone just kept looking for Beat Saber clones instead of the other stuff VR has to offer. Beat Saber is fun, I guess. It's just... It can do way more than that. It's like a personal... crude holodeck. It's like having a holodeck. I think it's funny, and I think it's kind of funny. I think it's kind of sad. The Index is still probably the best value headset for what you get, unless you don't care necessarily for high FOV or a dedicated PC VR headset, in which case you should just get a Quest 2 or 3 and then use it as a PC VR headset, which is what I wish I had done. I love my Index, but other than the high FOV that's hard to argue for, Knuckles are a better controller for the most part, but only marginally, and it's not as comfortable. I want to say Quest 3 will be... I feel so dirty promoting meta hardware. But they're the only ones making hardware that's affordable. And what good is VR if only rich people can afford it? What good is anything if only rich people can afford it? I haven't seen any of the ocean platforms yet. Look at how close to sea level the streets are. What do these guys do when there's a tsunami? Do they just die? Is that their plan? I will say one of the upshots of getting an Oculus headset is that it works with Oculus Home. There's quite a few games that are still exclusive to Oculus Home. Unfortunately, they will only work with that configuration. You also get SideQuest, which lets you sideload stuff like Team Beef's ports of id Software boomer shooters. I do recommend it though.
Turbo upgrade acquired.
There's just enough cool little stuff here and there where I have a lot of experiences where I'm sitting there looking at something amazing in the headset and I'm like, I'm glad I have this. This was worth the money. No, actually there are ocean platforms in this game. There's 2 or 3 of them actually. Or actually there's exactly 2. It used to be that there was no invisible wall. There is now. I played an earlier version of the game where you can fly all the way out to the background elements. Those buildings you see there, which are not as detailed. They're like the N64 buildings. It's really surreal being out of bounds in a video game and seeing stuff that you weren't supposed to. It's like the fucking back rooms. Is there a... I already got that one. Maybe that's the solution to 9/11s. Is everybody flies in a flying car, and then no individual vehicle is large enough to cause significant damage. That'd be the most American way to do it. I lost my bearings. I was here, wasn't I? Nope, already got that one. It's really a drag that I can't get out of my vehicle and walk around. Because some of these little areas look interesting. Here we go.
Auto landing initiated. Landing corridor found. Turbo upgrade acquired.
Don't get the Lenovo. Don't get the Cosmos either. I think the only legacy headset worth buying at this juncture would be the Vive Pro. And also the best value is just going to be a Quest 2 or 3 with a PC link. So there's not really as good of a case to be made for WMRs anymore. Although it is cool that they had support built in for SteamVR so that when Windows Media at WMR as a platform died, they didn't brick the headsets. Dave's got one of the only good WMRs, which was the Samsung one, which is roughly as good as like a Rift S, but with OLEDs. Yeah, I saw that, where you can see through it during construction and you can see the central support columns. People were talking about, they're dredging up old conspiracy theories because it was 9/11. And, they're talking about WTC 7, Building 7, why did that collapse? I was thinking about it from the other direction. Like, if it is a conspiracy, why would they detonate that building without any planes to run into it? Why didn't they hijack another plane and fly it into this Building 7? Why did they make it so obvious what they were doing by detonating Building 7 even though a plane didn't hit it? It makes more sense that some unknown phenomenon, which is most likely just shockwaves. I couldn't find any information online if Building 7 is on shock absorbers to protect it from earthquakes or not. If it's not, it could just have been shock, because I've seen live leak footage of Chinese buildings where they demolished one, and the one next to it they didn't mean to demolish, but it was just so poorly built that the force transferred from one collapsing building caused the second one next to it to collapse too. Yeah, I'm surprised. Actually, no, I'm not. That's a stupid thing to say. Never mind. You can't just rebuild a building to have earthquake shock supports after it's constructed. I don't know why I was thinking that. But I am glad that regulations basically require them to have those now. Because that greatly diminishes their vulnerability to stuff like that. Have I passed by the other oil rig? I don't see it. I'm down to 49% fuel. I've got to sit on a fueling pad for a little bit next time.
Turbo online.
Here's one. Runs on fuel, not batteries. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I was reading too. My hypothesis is shock. They're saying that it wasn't shock. I don't know how they've determined that. It's some kind of thermal phenomenon. I mean, I would compare it to NASA releasing photographs from the surface of the moon without stars in the sky. If they did fake it, you'd think they would think to manually add stars in. It makes more sense as a real strange but true phenomenon of photography, which is what it is, than it does as being incompetently faked. You got to think of it from both angles. What if it is a conspiracy and what if it's not? And if it makes less sense from one perspective than the other, you know what I'm saying? Saying like if it doesn't even make sense as a conspiracy, if you assume it's true. Excuse me. My body is being horrifying today. My real life is body horror. It's gotten better since I installed the air exchanger, though. The air doesn't smell bad now. I just need to vacuum and wash the rug again. Excuse me.
Turbo online.
I caught that on camera. Let me tell you what hell it is. Having a body that makes noises like that when you're in like elementary or middle school. Because there's no fucking way in hell that the teachers will believe a 12-year-old didn't make that noise on purpose. What I read about thermal expansion is that would only account for like an inch or two of variation off of the supports, but the collapse would require 6 inches. Sorry for that. Should I mute that? Maybe I should be a VTuber that's frog themed. I should be Frog Dad instead of Ham Dad.
Turbo online.
Have I ever gotten all the turbos before? Would I know if I had?
Landing corridor auto landing initiated. Turbo upgrade acquired. Turbo online.
Let's refuel. Still such a fucking wild thing in retrospect. That now that it's in the past and we can look back on it. Interesting. I do know one thing that gets overlooked a lot is that modern skyscrapers are actually really fragile because they're built as economically as possible, which means they're built to the absolute limits of the material strength of what they're made out of. They're like soap bubbles. And really, if it wasn't for the earthquake countermeasures, it wouldn't be difficult to bring down at all. They just barely support their own weight, basically. Now, there is a conspiracy I give some credence to, which is that Bush and his administration were aware of the threat and did nothing to stop it. Because it would be useful if it did happen. That seems like something that they might have done. Being they wanted a pretext for a war with Saddam anyway. I can't prove that, but that makes much more sense to me than the much more elaborate version where the U.S. government itself orchestrated the attacks and put explosives in the buildings and whatnot. Which I think is born out of people just not knowing what demolitions look like and how buildings behave when they collapse and how fragile they are. What is that over there? Is that where I came out of? Oh no, it's optical illusion. I think this is the building you come out of. Yes, it is. Here's the little hangar we started out in. It could stand to be lit up more. There's 3 more we haven't found.
Turbo online.
Even if this was all you could do in VR, I would still feel like I didn't waste the money. I probably wouldn't have upgraded though. I probably would still be on Oculus CV1. I wonder if there's people who stuck with the Forte VFX 3D until Oculus came out. Wouldn't that be something?
Landing corridor initiated.
I wrote an RP about that.
Acquired.
Role-playing as a guy who never goes outside, like a hikikomori, but who spends all of his time inside VR, but it's like shitty old VR. He's got like a Forte VFX 3D running on legacy drivers, which he uses to play Worlds.com, and that's his reality. Have I been to that one yet? I think I have. To space! Oh, that's a bit high, actually. You can kind of see the other buildings from here, now that I'm high enough. Imagine if this is what landing on a planet looked like in Starfield. Starfield rhymes with Garfield, and that seems like the potential basis for memes. I don't know what memes it would be. Just take that and do what you will with it.
Landing corridor found. Auto landing initiated.
Let's try to reach the shore, actually. It seems really close. It's also likely to kill us if we hit an invisible wall. What interests me about this world is not the skyscrapers and cities. It's the people down there. See those lights on the countryside? What's this? What's the countryside like in Cyberpunk world? That's probably all the poor people.
Turbo online.
Can you still reach it? I remember you not being able to reach it. I remember you just crashing into something. What is that building? Looks like a mistake. I don't mean to hurt his feelings. Look at this structure. You actually can fly out here. Interesting. Nope. Invisible wall. Well, that's that for the air car. We might be able to play Adventure Time now. This never seems to work right. This was originally a Gear VR game. It's not even displaying properly. There we go. Get comfy. Have they fixed it? Have they patched it up? Let's play it from the start.
Oh man, those sandwiches smell delicious. I can't wait to get my chompers on those honeys.
Didn't you, like, just eat before we came out here?
No! Well, yes, but that was just my pre-picnic snack.
Dude, it was an entire pot roast.
Whoa, hold up, man. Do you get the feeling we're being watched?
Yeah, man, I feel it. I think it's behind us. On 3. 1, 2...
Whoa, what is it? It's kind of fleshy.
Yeah, but look at those big goggly eyes. What's your name, cutie? Well, I'm just gonna call you Tiny. You wanna join our picnic?
Tiny seems kind of scared, dude. Don't worry, little thing. We just want to hang.
Maybe it's hungry. You want a sandwich?
Magic! Oh, snap!
Holy smell, what's going on, Jake? Why is Tiny getting all huge?
I don't know, man. I didn't do nothing.
But I did. Oh, isn't it fabulous?
Magic Man, why'd you turn Tiny into a big balloon?
Well, now your friend's just as full of hot air as you two.
Yo, man, just turn our friend back.
Yeah, I could do that. Or, wait for it, zap!
Oh, I worked hard on those Sammies.
You're welcome!
Damn, Jake, we can't let Tiny get popped.
If you're curious why it looks like this,
Aw, now what are we gonna eat?
Bump that. We gotta find Magic Man and make Huge Tiny small again.
All right, but I'm staying in your backpack. You know how I get when I'm hungry.
Yeah, all right, Lazy Bones.
Hey, Tiny, how you doing up here? Seeing as how you're a balloon and all, I'm gonna attach this string to you so you don't float away from us. Tiny? Tiny! Blink twice if you can hear me! Oh, thank God. I thought old Magic Butt might have scrambled your noodle. What do you say we find that big jerk and get you back to normal?
yeah. So this started out life as a Gear VR game. I don't know if you all ever played Gear VR. It was one of the few that was designed around a controller, so you had to have one. It was really compelling to have a 3D platformer on phone VR. There weren't many other games of this quality on that platform.
Magic Man.
You can't catch
So you're the camera. You're like Lackey 2. They invented an in-world reason why you have a camera following you, and the player is the camera, not Finn. You're a small little creature who's been magically transformed into a balloon by inflation fetish power. And you are on a string or just following Finn and Jake around so they can help you get back to normal. Magic Man's a compelling character. I think he's meant to illustrate the principle that nobody will care if you're amazingly talented if you're also a jerk.
Come on, man.
Little bug. Oh, little bug. I don't mean to hurt you.
Man, no fair.
I forgot I could do that. There's normally a save point. Already got all the save points. He goes nya 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 when you hit them.
I don't get. Where the heck is Magic Man getting all these sandwiches?
Aw, snap! He's digging up my stash!
What? What stash?
You know how long it takes to bury sandwiches all across food?
That's gross, man. You're gross. Now you're toast.
It's corny. Sort of Crash Bandicoot-ish.
Hey, Tiny, I thought a flower might cheer you up. Cheers!
Nice to meet you.
My bad. I'll keep an eye out for another one.
If you're looking at this and thinking, this doesn't seem that great, it's not. It's just that we were starved for VR content in the early days. Especially anything resembling a single-player, narrative-focused game that would resemble something on consoles. It's like how it took basically until Game Boy Advance for games to become truly as sophisticated on handheld as they were on console. Oh, there were some Game Boy Color titles you could argue that about.
Look at me, I'm over here now. How did I even do that? You're a big dummy.
I'm not a big dummy, Magic Man. You don't know me.
Let's add some guests to this party.
I'm hungry now. Is there a way to get up there? This was an important proof of concept, though, along with Lucky's Tale, because a lot of people had preconceptions about what VR was going to be good for, quote unquote. They're like, it's only going to be for sim players who play sim racers or flight sim enthusiasts, and it's not true. It's just a better display than your monitor for 3D games. I wouldn't play something like Factorio on it or RimWorld, but for basically anything three-dimensional, your head is the camera, and it's superior to a monitor. Especially for precision platforming.
Alright, sandwiches. Prepare to get... What? Hey, man, don't judge. I can't always say cool junk. I'm just freestyling here.
Look at the bee! Look at the bee! Look at the bee! It's so fat. Just a plump little bee.
Never find me.
Bet you I will. Aha, I missed this one.
I'm over here. Na 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 na.
Na 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 na. You don't normally hear that from adults.
I've got a surprise for you.
Got something in my front pocket for you. Why don't you reach into my pocket and see what it is? And give it a little shake and say, how do you do?
Yeah! Magic Man, you big butt. Change our friend back to normal size.
And why should I? What have you ever done for me?
Dude, you're just a weird old bully. Who cares about you, man?
Who indeed, chubby little dog? Oh, what do you see in these two, huh? Always faffing about like children.
Just turn Tiny back, Magic Man.
What's that? You want me to turn my back? Okay, doodles.
Hurry, Tiny! After him!
Pew! It's charming though. If you like the show. This was a treat when it came out. It's still kind of a shame that we abandoned phone-based VR, isn't it? And we have better options now.
Ham's launched halfway across who?
I believe it, brother. My buns are feeling pretty toasty after that landing.
Now if we could just figure out where Magic Man got off to.
It's still not a bad idea.
What do you say we find that big jerk and get you back to normal?
There's a lot of modern phones that have a lot of power to do VR. You just have to put extras, cameras and sensors in the headset so they can do stuff like inside-out tracking, which is standard now.
Pretty high.
Away we go!
Oh, I can't seem to get rid of you.
I don't know what that was about. It's a little man. A tiny little guy.
Oh, a bouncy thing. Neat. Think you can take me? You should know better than that.
Oh, they go to heaven, I guess. Guess the Christian heaven exists in Ooh. How do you get up there? Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. What? What are you supposed to? Oh, I see.
Oh, snap. You think you know me?
You think you know me? The voice lines in this are pretty good.
Can't touch this. And magic.
I've got a surprise for you.
Oh, gnome, you didn't.
No.
I just now realized he's saying, "Oh no, you didn't." I forgot you could do that.
You'll never find me.
Oh no, you didn't. Masterful. It's a little hard to see what's going on because it's not designed for this field of view.
Hey, Tiny, sorry you didn't get to eat lunch. But hey, I found a couple stale marshmallows and a half pretzel in Finn's pack if you want. Here. Well, you want some or not? Don't be shy. Just stick out your mitts and grab some. Okay, I guess you don't want any then.
I can do it. I can make it. I can make it.
No way you're gonna win. Didn't even know what hit him.
What has 6 sides and thinks you're a big dummy?
It's a really cool mechanic. Some parts of this are just a treat. VR would have remained compelling even if...
The gnomes to make them so grumpy.
I think it's the facial hair. His goatees are full of evil.
Forget what I was saying. The combat's pretty good. This makes me want to revisit What If Adventure Time was a 3D anime game. But there's parts of that game I can't stream. It plays a lot like One Piece. If you ever played the One Piece console games, there was one on Wii I really liked. They used the motion control so you could do Gamu Gamu no pistol and bazooka attacks. Also looked pretty good for a Wii game, as I recall.
Oh snap! Those things aren't very sturdy.
Oh, well. It is fart. Don't spawn me right there, then. I'll just leave you two behind.
Finn, I know you like somersaulting and all, but I'm getting a little dizzy back here, bro.
Pulling off those moves really does make the combat easier. Which is how it should be. It should reward you for getting good at the game.
Come on, let's celebrate. Are you even trying to catch me? Go, grumpy gnomes. Rest of these sissy do-gooders.
Oh. I knew that was there. So I guess that motor just runs forever then.
I don't know, man. This cave looks pretty ominous.
Look at the misaligned texture. Boo, hiss. I was saying, even if VR never outgrew this level of graphical fidelity, the fidelity was never what gave you a sense of presence. It was always the quality of the, how to put this, like the resolution, the frame rate, the quality of the tracking especially. You could be looking at Atari Jaguar graphics, and if they were high resolution, high frame rate, good tracking, you still would feel very much like you're in the game, in the scene that you're seeing. So this would have been fine for a whole generation.
Boys, there's plenty of these lumps to go around.
Lumpy Space Princess! Get out of there, it's dangerous!
You're just jealous. You had your chance and you blew it.
You know, would it really be so bad if we just left her?
Jake!
All right, all right. I'm just saying it's an option. Let's go help her out.
Think you can take me? Oh my God. You should know better than that.
Lumps, you guys.
LSP, you were about to get attacked.
Yeah, by those hotties. Oh, my glob. Who is that?
Oh, that's Tiny. It got cursed by Magic Man.
Well, hey there, Smoothie. Looks like your only curse is being sexy. The strong silent type, huh? Well, I bet you'll speak up when I set these lumps in motion. Oh, yeah!
Oh, gross, man. I don't want to see this.
All right, that's it. We're getting out of here. Come on, Tiny.
Wait, don't take my love from me. I'm coming with you guys.
The characters go a long way to make this worthwhile, despite being a very basic game, gameplay-wise. I should go back to Witchblood at some point. There were a lot of good mobile VR games that I'm glad sort of got preserved in most cases. Some of them didn't get preserved. Artall and
Wait to tell my friends about Tiny. They're gonna be so lumpin' jealous.
Whoa. This must be one of Princess Polybius' old sugar bombs.
I hate you. I hate that thing.
Guys, slow down. I don't want Tiny to see me sweat.
Can we leave her behind? We shouldn't.
No way am I touching that.
Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. Whatever, it worked.
Tiny, watch out for the pokey ceiling things.
You mean butt stomp. That's what that is, basically.
Hey, I got a text from BMO. He wants to know what's up. Been out all day. Made
Oh my gosh.
balloon friend. Oh, I know. I'll snap a selfie. Say Magic Man to Donkus.
Magic Man Tadonkus.
Gonna love that.
It's true, he is, actually. Here we go. Am I missing out on a thing over there? Is it over here? It's pretty linear. There can't be too many ways to go. Oh, there's a little snail. Look at a little snail friend. How utterly charming.
What's this magic guy's problem? I think he did Tiny a favor. Do we have to go through this gross cave? The moisture is messing with my lungs.
Not all the writing is of equal quality. So this is a very short game. It was like $20 fucking when it came out. It wasn't expected you'd sit down and play this for hours, though. It's thought you'd like play this sort of shit on an airplane, or while commuting on a train or a bus. Although with public transit the way it is now, you wouldn't really want to do that. On a plane, maybe. But what complicated that is that before Quest 2, with its inside-out tracking, phone-based VR used accelerometers and compasses and shit. So when the airplane turned, your whole view would turn with it. That's fixed now with the camera-based tracking.
Didn't even know what hit it.
Running probably wasn't the priority. It's still cool that this doesn't just disappear to the ages, you know what I mean?
Quit being such a jerk.
Oh, that's smart.
Just leave us alone.
I wish I could help, except I don't.
What was with that audio mixing just now? The fuck?
Magic Man, what's your deal?
Yeah, man, we're tired of chasing you around, ooh.
Aw, too much exercise for the chunky yellow dog. You haven't even been walking.
Hey, magic, whatever. Don't you touch Tiny. Take me instead. I'm the one you want.
LSP? I don't think he's taking Tiny anywhere.
I'm doing this for us, my love. We'll be together again one day. I'm ready, smelly hobo. Take me away.
Whoa, no thanks, hon. Oh, but I have an idea.
What?
Hi. Pop. Look how smooth I am.
I really need to work
Look
on
how
my creativity.
smooth I am.
Magic Man?
All
Right.
Tiny, we can be smoothies together.
Yeah,
forever
nice
now.
throw, man.
Thanks, man. Hey, Tiny. High five, buddy.
And that's it. That's the game. Can you believe it? Forest area, ice area, game over. That's what there was money to fund. It was a difficult time getting VR off the ground. If you were going to sell a VR only game, you were selling necessarily to a very small audience. So money didn't go as far. You didn't have the expectation of recouping your investment by selling lots of copies, which led to a different formula, a different balance of dev time versus price. The prices were higher, the amount of content in games was less, especially for games like this with little replay value. But that's just how it was at the time. Zero 9. 6 of 9. Did it not save my progress? I guess not. What a tragedy. Is there any value in this? Just recapping lost periods of virtual reality? See if this even works. I'll be really surprised if this loads. I couldn't get it to work last time. I think this one might simply not work. That's sad when that happens. Is anyone doing digital archival preservation for early VR games? Because there was so much change happening back then. This different platforms competing and like, remember fucking Google Daydream? That had exclusives. Did anybody preserve those? If you wanted to play one of the exclusive Daydream games, do you have any options for that? Or are you just fucking shit out of luck? I hope not. I hope that's not the gist. I could play Euclidean. Could play Lucky's Tale. Return 3D anime. There's a lot of titties in that. That would be a risky game to play on this channel. There's titties around every corner. You might think you've seen all the titties there in that game. You haven't. Now I have the opposite problem. Before, my issue was that I had full tracking but no gamepad, so I couldn't play gamepad games. Now I have gamepad but I don't have full tracking anymore. So I'm locked out of a lot of the fully tracked games. I wonder if Radial G still works. New price. Yeah, they promised that it would come down in price, didn't they? A long time ago. Are you going to work? Are you going to launch? Okay, this appears to nominally function. This has a fun vibe. There was a lot of games like this in like the mid 2000s, like Quantum Redshift. There were just not F-Zero, more Wipeout clones. It doesn't read the gamepad. Cool, perfect, awesome. Well, I can't play this then. That's the problem with Revive for playing Oculus Store games, and that's the problem with fucking Oculus Store games. They're about to die. Oculus doesn't really want to sell games for their PC VR headsets anymore. They want to sell Quest games. Let's just sit through one of these. These are fun. We played Trover Saves the Universe. I think I streamed that a long time ago. I don't think I recorded it. I'm a dumbass. I didn't record any gameplay for like the first 2 years of streaming. I don't know if anyone would even care to see a stream of that, considering Justin Roiland's reputation now and the fact that High on Life is out. Mouse friends. Mouse fellows. Press any button to start. None of the buttons do anything. Cool. Awesome. That doesn't work. I wonder why. That's a problem if that persists. Or what keeps causing that to happen. I could play a Albino Lullaby, which had a sequel. It's supposed to be 3 games out by now. Whatever happened to that? Remember that? Remember about no Lullaby? Yeah. Play Spook's House of Jump Scares. We streamed that already, though. Let's play some Polybius. I always enjoy that. It's a mouse fellow. Little mouse fellow. Being a tiny dude. He is hairy, he is scary, and he's very nude. How do I get this window to move? I can't move the window. That's a problem. I can see it in the headset. It looks beautiful in the headset. Let me try something. I'm having trouble tonight. Let's run it in flat mode first. Then we can relocate the window properly. Actually, let's try start full screen. That ought to do it, right? He's just a little man in his little mouse world. Just a little fella. That works. I don't see him in a chat window, though. I'll have to use the phone for chat. It was alright. Especially for when it came out and being a gamepad only game. Because of when they started developing it. There weren't really Oculus hand controllers yet. And the hand controllers for Vive weren't really suited for platformers. Would you watch me if I'd stream Trover? I always love me some Polybius. Looks great on 3D TV also.
The safety instruction card, located in the seat pocket in front of you, explains and illustrates the important safety features of this aircraft. This card should be read carefully before takeoff, and then returned to the seat pocket for use by our future passengers. The emergency exits are the 4 doors on the left side of the aircraft, and the 4 doors on the right side of the aircraft.
That's like pulsing.
Please take a moment to locate the exit. To operate the door in an emergency, evaluate outside conditions. Check that the lever is in engaged. Remove the plastic cover, pull the red handle down, and hold onto it until the door is fully open.
Feels like a 3D ColecoVision game. This is a big
The slide should automatically
blocks of
replace.
color.
If it does not, pull the red handle located on the door's sill. The evacuation slide requires a short jump into the seated position. With your arms crossed,
brain. My brain! Soundtrack slaps though. OST fucking slaps.
And no smoking signs. Leave your belongings behind. If the cabin pressure changes suddenly, the compartment above your head will open, and an oxygen mask will be within your reach.
There we go.
Extinguish all cigarettes. Continue to breathe normally.
What if I could?
A slight burning odor may be detected while oxygen is used. This is normal.
Ow, fuck. That didn't go well. Fun game.
Oxygen flow.
1 viewers. Wow.
At lower altitudes,
I lost everybody.
fully inflated.
I should play popular games, huh?
Continue to breathe normally.
Why is it running like this? That didn't go well. Mostly did.
And the 4 doors on the right side of the aircraft.
Next time I'll have to let people suggest videos.
Please take a moment to locate the exits nearest you.
Maybe we should do that right now, actually.
To operate the door in an emergency.
I wonder why it renders the window that way. Little mouse. Little tiny mouse in a little mouse house. They're the real stars of the show. People come for the mice. They stay for the gameplay. Or maybe it's the other way around. Little mouse friend. In his little mouse land. He lives indoors all the time. Little mouse friend. Doing what he can. And singing a song with a rhyme. What are you digging for? What are you trying to find? That's a cat toy I actually put in there. They seem to enjoy playing with it more than my cat does. I got that for All Ball, and she didn't. I put it down because I saw an ad where the cat was going crazy with it, and All Ball was like, "What the fuck is this, idiot? What have you wasted money on that could have been spent on some wet food for me? What is this dumb shit? You think this will entertain me, retard? You fucking poor master." She wasn't that harsh, but she just kind of sniffed it and looked at me and we walked away. Oh, cool. You've been going to a lot of concerts lately, haven't you? Wish I could afford to do that. I need to kick things up a notch somehow in terms of my earning potential. I don't know how to do that. I guess just have my next book come out this October and have a lot of people buy it. Yeah, he's taking a different path. He's doing a lot of video game stuff so he can bond with his kids, which I think is you should get into your kids' interests, because otherwise they have nothing in common with you and they won't want to talk to you. Talking to you will be a chore if you don't like the same things they like. I'm going to save my YouTube videos for next time. There's only 2 people watching now. Thank you. Bless both of you. I'm going to save up a YouTube playlist of fucked up shit we can laugh at together. Or just suffer psychic damage from together. And anyone who wants to suggest over Discord, please feel free to do so. Normally I'm higher energy than this. I don't know why I'm so tired today. I didn't even work out today. That's on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays that I work out. Still got some work to do. I still have to seal the mounting plate for my AC before this heat wave heads in. So it's gonna hit the 90s again, and I want to be ready for that. Because if I'm not, then a bunch of bugs are gonna be like, "Hey, what's this cool air coming out of this crack? I should climb in here. What's going on in here? What's going on in this house?" Which they also do during the winter, but for warm air. But anyway, lovely time with all of you. We're going to pick this up again on Friday. We're going to play more gamepad-based VR games. We're going to play more indie horror spook like we usually do. But we're also going to, I think, focus more on cringe YouTube content, because that seems to have tested well last time. I really should have thought to do that this time. I want to get through a lot of content I couldn't stream, though. You understand? I couldn't stream a lot of VR stuff until I had a rig capable of running Streamlabs OBS and Steam VR smoothly at the same time. So I want to get that all out of the way and recorded and uploaded as VODs. So look forward to that, or don't. I'm not the boss of you. I'm not even your real dad. Either way, that'll happen on Friday. Same ham channel, 7 o'clock p.m. West Coast time. 11 o'clock p.m. This is Hamdad signing off and returning you to your regularly scheduled period of unconsciousness.